Rock your hard, half black as you in the Terradome. Rock your hard, half black as you in the Terradome. Rock your hard, half black as you in the Terradome. Rock your hard, half black as you in the Terradome. Rock your hard, half black as you in the Terradome.
Good afternoon, Who Dat Nation. Welcome to the WDN Chatline Podcast. It's the host CB, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful afternoon. I know a lot of you are getting off your jobs. Hopefully, your job went well for you today. Hopefully, you can enjoy the rest of the evening by relaxing, having a good, nice course meal, and watching the football game. We got who we got tonight? We got the Titans and Steelers. So that'll be a pretty interesting matchup. But once again, welcome. And for the ones yesterday, I told you guys on the show that I would get back on here today and give the mid-season review of the New Orleans Saints. This week 8 is around half point um, time due to that extra game. I see as after week 8 being the midway point. So we're here, and it shouldn't be a long show. I'm not sure. Depending on how many of you guys call in, I'm hoping everybody calls in today. I want to just get you guys thoughts and opinions on how Saints have done throughout half of the season, and that'll pretty much wraps it up. I'm gonna give you guys some rankings, how we stack in the league. Then I'm gonna go throughout the position groups, and give my thoughts and opinions on the players. Um, Looking forward to seeing you guys' interaction in the comments. Definitely going to be reading a lot of comments. And once again, the phone lines will be open. So you guys, please be looking out for that link and come chop it up with your boy CB. Okay, so let me go ahead and go over to the comment section. I see we got Trav 504 in the building. Said, who that everybody? Who that to you, Trav 504? Miss T Mama is in the building. Said, who that family? Welcome, WDN. Who that, Miss Tar? See the OG Jerry Poor in the building. Said, good afternoon, WDN. Who that to you, OG? Miss T Mama said, I want to know why they're trying to get Hunter Winfrey the disrespect. That's interesting. I really can't answer that. Um, because I'm pretty sure we all really can't because we don't know why that how he would fit in with what we have. But like I said, I have no idea, Miss T Mama. Shout out to TBN Snake Bite. Who that to you? And you said working, so I may can't call in. It's okay, Miss T Mama. But when you call in, you always shut the show down in a great way. So if you can, that's fine. If not, we still love you, Miss T Mama. So let's see who else we got that's in here. And as the show goes on, I will be lighting up and of course reading the comments. And like I said, just depends on the call-ins. It depends on the length of the show. I just wanted to take time to point out, how the team is looking. Have we seen improvements? Um, how we started off. Was it consistent? Seeing, stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Let's see. We're gonna start on the offensive side. Offensive side. Offensive side coming into this season, man, it was high expectations. So we're gonna get started. Week 8. We're gonna start with the pass offense. Throughout the whole entire NFL, our pass offense ranks ninth in the league. Ninth in the entire NFL, our passing offense ranks ninth. Now, with that being said, we have seen some improvement. I think these last 3 games, while offense has been putting up over 500 yards, and I think this is Derek Carr. This is his third straight 300 passing yard game, which really his good game was this past game. But yeah, I believe these last 3 weeks specifically, our offense as a whole just took off, and our pass rush is up there, so that allowed us to climb the ladders. As you guys remember, after about 2 to 3 games in the season, our pass offense and offense as a whole, I remember seeing us at 21. Our pass offense was at 21, 21st in the league. And that was after week 2. Even though we was 2-0, we were still ranked 21st in the league. We were still having trouble getting some type of rhythm going offensively. So, and I just see Mike, the Saints fan for life, just pulled up. Welcome, fam. Said we need some help. Welcome, fam. Elaborate a little bit more on that. You talking about offensively, defensively as a whole. But welcome, fam. Interested to hear where we need help at. We do need to see improvement, in some areas, absolutely. But welcome, fam. But yes, the rank ninth best offense in the league at the midway point. And let's just think about that. Who that nation? Our pass game, our pass attack really is not where it's supposed to be. So, with it being at ninth at this point, I'll take it. But we know, like I said, regardless of the passing yards, we know Olave got a lot. He got to unleash. So when he get more involved, that's just gonna take the numbers up even more. We're gonna be even more explosive. So this second half of the season, these last 9 games, man, I'm expecting our offense to flourish. No more trying to find a rhythm. Half of the season is gone. So enough of that. Especially in the passing attack. So that's it for our pass offense. Our rushing offense is ranked 16th in the league. Number 16th in the league. If you think about that, that's about halfway throughout the league. So that's about an average run game. If you think about it, the first 3 games, AK was missing. So, if you really take that away, excuse me. If you take those 3 games away, I believe we've been pretty solid in the run game. So I won't, I really can't roll with 16th, but of course those first 3 games is going to be added in there. So we really wasn't getting no pop at the running back position, as y'all, remember. But since AK has came back, I believe, our run game is definitely about to hit the elite level, led by him. and we getting Taysom involved. So all that, once all that kick in, I believe we should have a top 10 rushing attack along with a top 10 pass attack. I think our pass attack can get in the top 5. Like I said, let's just be honest, man. We really hadn't reached our peak with the potential. But let me get to some of these comments. I see some comments lighting up. Okay, Mikey, the Saints fan, he said offensive. Yeah, we gotta get some people improving. I mean, I'll get into that, in a few minutes. Yeah, shout out to JT. He just pulled up, said blessings. Who that to you? I see Rose City in the building. Said who that CB? Who that to you? Rose City, welcome. Let's see who else we got. Okay, I see we got Miss Dana in the building. Said who that family? Who that to you, Miss Dana? Shout out to my boy Hoodie Jew. He said, "What's up, CB? Don't forget that TB12 was 7-5 through his first 12 games with his new loaded team with the Bucks. Then things changed and they started to gel and won the Super Bowl. Hopefully, hoping the same." Facts, fam. Hopefully the team can get it together. I would just expect the things to be a little bit more polished and the chemistry being a little bit more together. I mean, I know, you got a new quarterback, with some new people, and I understand that, but, far as from an offensive, far as the type of offense that's being ran, Derek Carr loved that, and with the Raiders. And they even brought his former coach in, John Gruden, to help point out things that they like and stuff. So, yeah, that brought a lot of frustration at the beginning. I mean, when you got all of that going, and especially when you running a familiar offense, it's not like you just get thrown in a new offense you don't know nothing about it and stuff. Maybe the terminology different, but still that West Coast type offense, that was ran before. But like I said, at this point right now, things are starting to look pretty good. I still think we got another level we can hit offensively. Absolutely, because Chris Olave hadn't even turned up yet. He really ain't started turning up yet. So just think about that, Who Dat Nation. Okay, let me read some more comments and then I'll go through okay. Pretty much good. Rose City said Saints doing right by taking the ball out of Derek Carr's hands by running the ball, then set up play action. Facts, fam. I mean, if you just look at having AK gotta get the ball. He gonna get his carry. So, far as the giving it to him and then utilizing it off of play action, we had that coming into the season. Minus the first 3 games, I'm talking about once AK got back, we knew that was gonna be, a favor for us. That was gonna be our favorite, being able to get AK going and then able to play action off of that. Because a defense really can't lock in on one specific group. It just got to be a mono and mono, and that works in our favor. The type of skill players we have. Can't be throwing 8 in the box. You can't do that. But early on, we had offensive line issues. So, like I said, we weren't able to see those things. But as of late, the O-line have definitely been playing exceptionally well. So what I'm going to do, before we get on the defense, that was the offense, our pass and run game. So our pass attack is ranked 9th in the NFL, and our rush attack is ranked 16th. I'm expecting our rush attack to improve tremendously, as well as our pass attack. I expect our pass attack to end in the top 5, and I expect our run game to be in the upper teens, round 11, 10. I say top 10, because we got all the pieces, man. It's definitely, a level that we haven't reached yet. But I'm gonna start with Derek Carr. Like I said, I'm not gonna chirp too much on individual players. But Derek Carr came in. had to figure out. I'm not gonna say figure out because my personal expectation, I expected him to, you know, be ready to go from day one, and it didn't happen like that. But as time has went on, you can see, he's starting to get familiar with his teammates. After the Jazz game, I believe that was kind of like a real grown man meeting that they had to have with one another, one-on-one meetings, and just be real and honest. And then they came out against the Colts, put up numbers like that. We just need to see consistency. That's it. Derek Carr has shown us what he can do, but we just got to see that consistently. We got the pieces to do that. It ain't like Rashid, Mike, AK, all of them on IR right now. Like, all of these guys is out there. And if these guys is out there, we gotta be producing offensively. But Derek Carr, he got some O-line help. And by saying that, there was some times where he, early on in the season, where he had a little time and he still wasn't making nothing happen. But I've seen improvement, with Derek Carr. So hopefully this continues the second half of the season. Hopefully he stay consistent, as well as the whole offense, especially with Pete Carmichael calling the plays. So that's pretty much it on Derek Carr, man. Like I said, we paid him big money, so my expectations is going to be high. As far as taking time, waiting, and that stuff. I mean, yeah, TB12, he had time. We know what TB12 done, but they wasn't ranked, in the low 20s offensively. It wasn't as bad as this. So we really, I understand what you're saying, Hoodie, but it wasn't nowhere near this pathetic. I'm talking about at the beginning. Like I said, it's done got better. The last 3 games offensively, we put up over 500 yards as an offense. So improvement is being done. We seeing improvement. But yeah, that what happened at the beginning of the season, not even putting up a touchdown and stuff. Brady, they wasn't doing that. They was putting up some type of points offensively in the end zone. But like I said, nonetheless, we're here. We're coming off of a huge win. Our offense turned up. And as we step into the second half of the season, we got the Bears coming up. We got to keep it going. They coming in the dome. We got to get that home field advantage back because we don't have it. So really, like, if the playoffs started today and just say we got in, like if we got in and got a home game today, I don't know what would happen. I wouldn't, as far as like the home field advantage and having that crowd, like we're not taking advantage. The team is not taking advantage off of that. So they got to get that mojo back in the building. Okay, I see Saints John Butler's in the building. Said, who that, y'all? Who that to you, John Butler? Okay, so AK came off of the 3-game suspension. He came in, definitely turned up. We had Jamal Williams and Miller was kind of banged up. They wasn't giving us too much production. Jamal Williams went out, the Panthers game, week 2. And then we had Miller and who did we have? Tony Jones Jr. We really wasn't getting production in the backfield. When AK came back, that began to happen. And it took us until, I'll say last game to start utilizing Taysom and our offense a good bit. I know you guys done seen the stat where it say that we're 17-1 when Taysom Hill has 7 or more carries. When he has 7 or more carries, we're 17-1 as a team. Because the thing about Taysom, when he touched that football, he gonna get us something positive. That's just fast. Whether it's 2 yards, it's gonna at least be 2 or more yards. But Taysom Hill, you're expecting positive results when he touched that football. So we gotta take advantage of that. But yeah, good things with AK and Taysom. They gonna help that rush attack get even better. The receivers, really, I haven't seen any decline in him. It's just more him. Really, the way it's been going, I believe he could have been getting more touches. It's just more of, I don't know if, you know, Carr was trying to feed Olave. I mean, I don't know how that was going, but I know, Chris Olave was acting more like a little baby at the beginning because he wasn't getting his touches and stuff. But really, to me, the person that stands out far as that needs to improve is Chris Olave. Um, we know the potential he got. He's shown us on the field what he can do, and I don't think like he done got in a slump. I don't think it's no slump. I just think he got a. I'm not gonna say show effort. I'm gonna just say play a little bit more greedy, play a little bit more feisty. Get a little bit more physical so you can get open. In these short type of routes. So far as the receipt, like I said, he was the only one that stand out as far as improvement. Now, Rashid Shaheed is definitely playing. He has exceeded my expectation because I expected him to be our number 3 best receiver. And really, to be honest, far as me saying like Mike 1, Chris 2, really all 3 of them is playing like number 1 receivers. Like I said, Chris Olave eventually will get it together, but I see 3 number 1s on the field. That's just how I see it. I really don't see it as no rank. All of them can be productive in their own way. And Mike definitely can get us, them yards. He hadn't hit a 100-yard game yet, but I don't think that ain't got nothing to do with him. The more touches he get, the more he gonna keep moving the chain. So we definitely just gotta, hope these guys continue to build that bond. Nobody getting pouting or anything like that. And I want to applaud Mike because Mike could easily be the one pouting and grouting and stuff. He hadn't even had a 100-yard game yet. He hadn't had a 100-yard game. I mean, he definitely could be the one whining and stuff. But when you trying to win, and even Mike knows, he should be happy just to be back playing at a high level because he's playing at a high level. But you don't see no pouting or whining with what Mike done win a whole half, a few games like not even getting a catch. And it ain't because he getting shut out. He just ain't got his. Derek Carr didn't give him the ball yet. So salute to Mike, being that vet player, not being the one pout. Because if he was the one pout, then yeah, you'll have a huge problem. But yeah, these guys gonna get it together, man. Shaheed, this guy, man, he might reach 1,000 yards receiving, just to be honest. So shout out to Shaheed, man. Falls improvement, Chris Olave, he's definitely gonna improve. And Mike Thomas, man, he gonna definitely keep doing what he got to do. Offensive line started out just real crappy. We already know, specifically at the left tackle position. Trevor Payton, he wasn't holding it up, so they had to make a change. I'm glad DA done that instead of, not being bullheaded with this situation. So he set the first round pick. Let them sit and learn. Now, hopefully, I don't know, it may not even be this year. Maybe going into year 3. If you think about it, Trevor was out the majority of the rookie year. So some of us basically looking as this is his first year. So boom, just say he set out coming into next season. I'm expecting him to be a starter and playing exceptionally well on the line somewhere. Wherever he's playing, I expecting, great results from him. But they made the change at left tackle. It was James Hurst for a meeting. It was James Hurst for a minute. Then James Hurst got hurt. And they put Andrew Peter in there. And I tell y'all that, I mean, we see it for ourselves. Derek Carr has not been getting no blindside pressure like that. And I'm shocked to say that about Andrew Pete because we know his pass blocking, that was his kryptonite. Andrews Pete has always been an exceptional run blocker. It's been his pass blocking that has been his kryptonite. I mean, it just exposed itself throughout his career. Here and there he'll have a good game, but you think about it, we drafted Pete as a tackle. So, this is nothing new that Pete is doing, far as position-wise. He played that in college. That's what that position allowed him to get in the league. So, was this his position all along that we should have had him at? I don't know, but I know right now this guy definitely he not getting his ass whooped out there. And he definitely not allowing the backside rusher to get to Derek Carr. So salute to him, man. And I'm gonna be honest, I know it's only been a few games that he was there, but that he's been at left tackle. But I think he's been playing the best, in my opinion, these past few games, because really the first 4 or 5 games, the whole offensive line wasn't playing good, so it really wasn't no standout. Ruiz was getting whooped, Ramchek was getting that work, everybody was up there getting work. But these last 3 games, Derek Carr has not been receiving blindside pressure like that. And yeah, guys been getting back there, but compared to the first of the season, it has not been like that. And you just gotta be real and honest when you see positivity from somebody. I was saying that the other day. Regardless of how much we've been hampering and getting on the guy, we want the guy to do well if he's playing for the black and gold. So Andrews Pete, man, he been out there catching wreck and winning his wreck. So shout out to Andrews Pete, and the offensive line is doing good as well. I think Ramchek had a exceptional game. He definitely had a exceptional game. This Colts game, he received he had the best grader out of the whole offensive line in the league. So we get Ramchek back to the all-pro playing level, and if Pete can hold his own out there, I think if we get Carr time, we should be taking even more steps forward as an offense. So that's it on the offensive side. Let me see let me get to some comments. I know I've been talking a little bit. Shout out to TBN. He says Shahida dog. Definitely. Shahida definitely a dog, fam. Shout out to L Dub for real. Welcome, fam. You said Mike wants to win. That's why he wants that championship fast. When it come down to it, man, I mean, I know people want their money, and Olave, he's young. Mike really done had his time when he was the face of the league at the receiver position. Top 5 wide receiver in the game. He done had that time. But at the end of the day, man, winning overtakes that. If you're doing your job as a receiver, you're going to get compensated for it. I mean, that's just facts. You see Shaheed out here. This guy's undrafted. We wasn't expecting Shaheed to do that. All we knew was that Shaheed was fast. And as far as his special teams, he's been doing way better at receiving than special teams. Way better. Shout out to St. John Butler said, hope they keep Mike beyond this year. Love that dude. Yeah, I hope they do, fam. He on a 1-year deal. And I'm going to be honest. Like I said, if you would have been seeing him like getting grumpy and stuff because he hadn't been getting the ball and that type of stuff, then that would have been like the writing on the wall. Like, okay, well, we know beyond this season that he want to still go somewhere and try to be one of the best in the league. And I'm gonna be honest, if he was getting, the targets like that, I still think he can still be up there with the best of them, and he knows that. But everybody got to eat. If you're trying to win, everybody got to eat. And I know at this stage, he's trying to get a championship. I think that matters more to him. He know if he can beat his man one-on-one, he gonna get his touches. He done got his big deals. Like, he done got the Pro Bowl, the accolades and stuff. Done set all-time records for reception. Like, I mean, as far as your boy and I forgot the receiver out there and with the Rams, Cooper Kupp. That's what a 17 game invented. at that time, give Mike one more game. He probably could have had another 10 to 12 receptions. So really, a 16 game season is really Mike that got the most receptions. Let me read some more comments. OG Jerry said Shaheed a beast. Yeah, he definitely a beast, fam. Let's see. Shout out to RG Scott said who that to you, fam. OG Jerry said Hoodie the hardest working man in the world. I definitely agree with that, fam. Definitely shout out to Hoodie. Miss T Mama said thumbs up for the love, family. Support the channel. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Todd, man. Make sure you guys sub up. Tell somebody about this podcast, man. And let's keep this thing rolling. Okay, so we're going to go to the defensive side. Let me read one more comment. I just seen this comment about Rose City. I don't think I did read that. My fault. Yeah, that's an interesting comment. So let's just go ahead and go to the defensive side of the ball. Okay, defensive side. Our pass defense out of the whole league is ranked number 8. We got the 8th ranked pass defense in the league at the midway point. So if we really think about that, do I think we can be higher than that? Absolutely. Okay, let's just be honest. We done had a few games, especially these last few. We done had a few receivers. That's with this Colts game. That Downs, I believe his name, little scat guy. He was giving work to a few of our D. I think Lattimore got, play where he got work. Alante got work. He was working a few of our backs. I think it's just more of a bit plays because really none of our DBs is giving up, yards like that. We're not out there getting whooped like that. So I think it's just more of, big yard games when it comes to these receivers. But being a top 10 pass defense in the league, you're in the elite category. So salute to our back end, man. Our back end is definitely holding it down. And if we want to be real and honest, you want to know why we can get even better? Because our pass rush really hadn't even been eating like that. Shout out to Carl Granderson. Carl Granderson got 5.5 sacks. So I believe he can get to 10 sacks this season. 9 games left. I believe he can get to 10. We're going to get into Cam too, only 1 sack. But I know he does other things, exceptionally well. But in those past moments, we got to get to the quarterback. That's just facts. And if I'm not gonna say too much on that because Cam, he done. I know 2 years ago he started off. He got his first sack in the 6th game of the season, his first sack, and then he just took off. It ended up with 12.5. So really with Cam, I think once he, I'm not gonna say turn it on, but once he started hitting the quarterback, it just turned that motor up. He just started getting them in bunches. So hopefully, our defensive line, gets to the quarterback and help out with this pass attack, which can do nothing but get better. So our run defense, 17th in the game. 17th in the game so far. That out of all these rankings, I'm most disappointed in this. 17th in the whole league. We took pride in being a top 5 run defense, giving up 2.8 yards, 2.4 yards a pop. But 17th in the league, now you're starting to get to the bottom half of the league. If we look back at some of these games, we've been having these running back break off for 40, 50 yard games. I believe that's been messing us up as a defense as far as getting these running backs shut out. Because I'm trying to think, have any running back really just took off and ate like that? I don't believe so, but it's these big yard games that's allowing that to happen. So we gotta take control, and The QB runs, that's a part of the rush attack as well. So we got to put that in tuition. Trevor Lawrence was getting off on us, the other Thursday night. So got to think about that as well. But as far as our defensive tackles, let me start up there. Defensive tackles, Brian Brzee has definitely been, our go-to guy. He's been our go-to guy on the defensive tackle position. Started off the year being a backup, just being a role player. That quickly changed after 2 to 3 games. I don't know how many sacks he have. I think he got a sack and a half, but he getting pressure on the quarterback. He's getting the pressure back there. So I think we just need more edge pressure with these quarterbacks. But yeah, shout out to Brzee. Brzee definitely holding it down. Kalen Saunders, I know, this has been he's starting to become a fan favorite and kind of been a little, favorite on the team. We're talking about him being in the backfield offensively and stuff, but when it comes to the defensive tackle position, he's been playing average. And that's just being honest. It's been kind of average on the defensive line. And that's average at best. So, got to see some improvement by Kalen Saunders. Because I think him and Brzee gonna be the future. So yeah, Kalen Saunders, he definitely got to step it up, on the defensive line. As far as our edge rushers, I'm gonna start with Carl Granderson. Carl Granderson started off the season eating. It was times where he was the star player on the defensive side of the ball. Definitely, we took a chance on him, gave him that deal. As soon as he got that deal, I think the first game after that deal, that was his worst game. Then after that, he just started taking off. So, looking forward to Carl Granderson. We paid him. He going to be our future out there. So, we just got to hope that guys like Isaiah Foskey, they step up and, help give these guys relief back there. So, that's pretty much it on Carl Granderson, man. He got his deal and he's been living up to it, so far, leading the whole defensive line in sacks. We're going to go to Cam Jordan. Cam Jordan, like I just chirped on him earlier, far as from a sack perspective, a few times throughout his career, he has been a late bloomer, so far as racking up on sacks. Now we're starting to attack the back end of the season, so we should start seeing, those sacks occurring. I'm believing and hoping that, he still got that juice in him to produce these sacks. Now, as far as being a run stopper and things like that, blocking the pass, shutting out gaps, he's always been a exceptional player at doing that. So hopefully we start seeing the sacks, because that's definitely going to help our pass defense, especially on them third downs. RG Scott said Cam usually turns up the second half. That's a fact, fam. So, this back end of the season, like I said, I'm expecting to see a lot of Cam J, when it comes to sacks. Our linebacker position, DeMario, he's still showing that he got it. Pete, he's still I'm not gonna just say it like that with Pete. Pete is playing good, but I'm gonna be honest. I want to see him, overtake DeMario. You should start wanting to see that, because DeMario at some point he gonna start declining. DeMario playing at a high level still. We really hadn't saw that decline yet. I think he just led the team in tackles either this game or the Jazz game. He's still showing that he still got it. But and Pete, he's been playing well. I'm not taking nothing away from Pete. But as far as leading the team in tackles and stuff like that, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Pete is leading the team in tackles. I'm not sure, but I want that that surge to occur with Pete, because he's our future at that position. So shout out to those guys, man. That's pretty much it on them. As far as the back end position, Marshawn definitely doing Marshawn things. Really don't have too much to argue about with him. Playing up to his deal. And who knows, man? He 27. He might be reeing up with us in another year or two. I think this is year 3 of his deal, I believe. So I can see him, finishing out his career with us. I don't see no signs of him slowing down. Like I said, he's 27. As far as Alante came into this season at a new position in the slot. He has been playing exceptionally well in the slot. It has been some times where, he's been holding and, been getting beat a little bit, but that's expected. I wasn't expecting him to just go into the position and shut it down. But, I like what I'm seeing from Alante the first half. Pausing the deep ball, I like what I'm seeing from him. I will say, though, as far as when it comes to pass interferences, we're near the top of the lead in that. So we, as a back end, they have to, tighten up on that, passing interference with people. As far as our safeties, Tyron really hadn't been getting targeted like that. To me, I'm gonna be honest, the only negative, and I know it's been other plays where he hadn't been playing like that, but the only negative play that stands out to me with Tyron is that play where he was lined up in the slot. I don't forgot what game was that. That was the Jazz game where your receiver that used to play for the Cardinals got him on that crossing route, basically just beat him. Beat him on that crossing route and took it to the crib. That's really the only negative that stood out, like to where he stood out and he was the reason a touchdown occurred. So other than that, man, Tyron been playing exceptionally well. He 30, 31. So, at some point, hopefully he can keep it up, a couple more years. But guys like Jordan Howden has been stepping in. He stepped in for Marcus May. Stepped in last game, played exceptionally well. Made third down stops. That's what I love to see with these young guys stepping in. Could Jordan Howden be our next safety? Our next free safety or strong safety? I don't know. It just depends how long Tyron can keep playing at a high level. And Marcus May, he's still young. So depending on how well he played throughout his contract. But Jordan Howden has shown potential, to be our future safety. So, with that being said, man, I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the comment section. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to give my personal team grade, because I said I was going to give my grades. And you guys just click the link, call in, man, and give me your thoughts and opinions on what you've seen with the Saints through the first half of the season, what you think they can improve on. You can talk about the Bears matchup, just whatever you want to talk about. I told y'all, man, I want to get y'all involved in tonight's show, so you guys please click the link. As far as the Saints letter grades, what grade does the Saints get? Offensively, I'm gonna go with C+. I'm gonna go with a C+ offensively. The reason I'm going with a C+ is because the consistency hasn't been there. I know, these past 3 games, yes, they have been tallying up yards, but far as converting on third downs, converting in the red zone, 2 out of those 3 games, it wasn't going down like that. We really seen that this past game. So I see we got a call on the line. We got Hurricane Mike in the building. Hurricane Mike, what's good with you, fam?
Hello.
Hello?
What's good?
How you doing, Hurricane Mike?
I could be doing better. Some personal things happening in my life that are kind of depressing, but other than that, I'm good.
Oh man. Well, we hoping things get better for you, fam.
Last 2 days have been terrible. Let's say that. That's all I'm gonna say. These have been terrible.
So what you got for us, fam? What's your thoughts on the Saints? How you think they've been playing?
Well, they've definitely been underperforming, that's for sure. But they're not like it could be worse. Like we definitely could be losing some games, but we're actually on the winning side on most of them. And the offense still hasn't performed like I thought it was going to. I still believe that Derek Carr can get us to where we need him to go. It's just that he has to get a step up, or he has to find his groove, because like I remember his rookie year in Vegas or Oakland. Back then they were in Oakland. I don't think he was the day one starter, but when he was playing, he wasn't like shining on the light, but he was actually pretty well, and that's how Derek Carr's really playing, where he could be impressive, but he's just not doing that right now. But this is what I want to talk about right now. On the defensive side, Tyrann Mathieu, the only way he can get better is if he works on his tackling. Because Jacksonville, that was not the only game where I saw that. Because he had, I remember last year, he had multiple games where he whiffed on tackles, which would have changed the game. So I feel like, Tyrann Mathieu, you got to work on your tackling. I am not, and I refuse to call you an elite safety until you work on your tackling. Because back when you were in Kansas City, man, you were putting them dudes into the ground. But now it's like you come to New Orleans, you get a bag, and now you just forgot how to do that. Nah, man. And also, people were saying how Marshawn Lattimore, he is regressed, and I don't think you know what you're actually talking about, because number one, every good corner will get cooked by a good receiver in one time in their career. That's why they're called good receivers. And also, I barely see the ball get targeted to Lattimore like I used to. Because here and there, Lattimore will allow a pass completion, but he barely be allowing them to pass the ball. Especially when Tyson Bagent is about to come in. Oh, he's going to have a terrible day. I won't be surprised if we catch 4 interceptions, maybe even 5, maybe 6. Maybe we'll break the world record with 15 interceptions on Sunday. I won't be shocked. So, I definitely think we definitely can improve. I think that there's things that we got to work on. For those who say that we got to trade Olave, I just want to tell you, just if you say that we should trade Olave after this slump, be careful what you wish for. There's tons of players that played in the black and gold that got away. You really want Chris Olave to be one of them? Are you sure? Michael Thomas or Chichi, they're nice and all, but it's not a great receiving room without Olave. I'm just saying that, man. Y'all seriously gonna let 1 year get away from you? Like, what? What?
That's true.
But yeah, that's right.
You right about that. Yeah, hopefully, a lot of Saints fans, well, really, hopefully none is putting the writing on the wall for Chris Olave. Because, if you really look at it, me watching him, I don't see that he's out there getting beat or getting shut down. I don't see that from him. So if that's not the case, I don't see him in no slump. I really don't see him in no slump. I just think, the whole offense as a whole, just hadn't been gelling.
Yep.
I hadn't been getting time, and, it's been hand in hand, but Carr's been getting better time back there with the football. I think Chris Olave gonna get his time.
Yeah.
His time gonna come.
Yeah, I do too. I feel like Chris Olave, because there's multiple. For example, Cooper Kupp was a 2nd or 3rd round pick, and he is arguably one of the best receivers in the NFL right now. Deebo Samuel, I don't know what draft he was, or I don't know what round he was, but I don't think it was the first. It might have been the second, but I don't even know if it was the second. That man is, I don't say he's getting feared, but now you gotta watch out for what he does. So like and we got Olave in the first round. Not like, and I know Olave, has he been great? No, he has not been great. Has he been good? He's been good. Y'all are saying he's in a sophomore slump. First of all, I'm the biggest Derek Carr supporter you will ever find, but Carr is not throwing it to Olave when he's open. Because Olave, I don't know if you've been watching, Olave be breaking these dudes off their ankles, but he does not get the ball thrown to him. All right, because I feel like Derek Carr's head, there's one running back and one receiver on the field. So if he steps up, the entire offense steps up. It's like if the offense flows, this team flows. If the offense does not flow, then this team doesn't flow. Like what? Pick your poison. Do you want to be a defense-first team where we just get shut down on offense but win games 10-9 or lose games 12-10? Or do you want to be offensively where we put up 50 points and still lose? So, like, y'all got to pick your poison. I personally, our defense is good. Don't get me wrong. The defense still needs work, though. But on offense, man, just race to the end zone. Like, race to the end zone like you crashed your car.
That's facts, fam. Well, fam, you got anything else you want to put out there, fam?
Man, who that? And also, one last thing, right? So remember I said that I had personal things going on? That dude who created it, karma's going to bite you harder than it's ever had. All right, but I'm going now.
All right, Mikey. Well, we definitely appreciate you for calling in, fam.
About
you. Okay, and next we got the OG Jerry in the building. Jerry, what's good with you, fam?
What's up, CB? Man, I can't top what Mikey did, man. He be on point, bruh.
Definitely agree, fam.
Well, shout out to my guy Mikey, man.
What you got for us, fam? What's your thoughts on the Saints? As a team, offensively, defensively, throughout the first half of the season, where you think we can improve?
Oh, everything. I just said in one word, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because these 8 weeks, it's been like a roller coaster, man. 1 week the offense do something good, then the next week they feel like shit. Then 1 week the defense do something good, and another week same result. I mean, dude, everything got to continue to click for these next eight games, bruh. Everything.
That's fast, man. So what would you give? What would you give a letter grade for the offense and a letter grade for the defense? Just so far.
Well, on the offensive side, CB, I gotta give him a C+ on the offensive side because of the way it's going.
Right.
But on the defensive side, I give him a B+ because, and I'll tell you why, because the defense, even though the offense was struggling, the defense stepped up and played their game. I mean, it's like they could just play the whole damn game by themselves.
That's true.
Yep.
So
but on the special teams, I guess I'll give them a slight D because of the changes, with Groupie and Headley. I give the special teams a D for now.
You said a B or a D?
A D.
Oh,
D as in dog. Cause man, it's gonna come along. It's gonna come along later down the road.
Right.
So on the offensive side, I gave him a C plus. Defense, I give him a B plus. B as in boy, and a D for the special teams, as in dog.
Okay, that's some fair grades right there. That's fair grades. Anything else you want to?
I'm sorry, Mike. I had to clear CB about the grade stuff. My bad, bro.
Oh, you good?
It's all love, baby. He said don't mention dog. I understand, Mike. I understand, Mike. It's all good, bro. It's all love, baby.
All right, family. You got anything else you wanna share about the team?
Don't have a whole lot more to say. Just come out and play against Chicago Sunday. Hopefully, we'll be 5-4. Hopefully, things will improve by that time.
Facts.
Right.
I definitely appreciate you for calling in. We just gotta lock in the second half of the season.
Yep. See where this goes from here.
Right. All right, fam. Well, I'll be looking to talk to you on the post game show, fam. So
yes,
let's
sir.
go get this win. Hopefully, I'll be talking to you as the Saints are victorious against the Bears.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Who that to you, fam?
Who that? For life. Let's get it.
Right. Shout out to the OG Jerry for pulling up. I don't see nobody else lining up to get on the call. We give you guys, one last chance to get on the call line. Come chop it up. Clear your throats about the Saints. What you done seen. Just put your thoughts out here. But I didn't get on the defense. So the offense, my letter grade was a C plus. On the defensive side, I'm gonna go with a B plus. So really, me and Jerry is similar grades. Really the same grade with offense and defense. Because like you just said, man, with the defense, I know we, have been giving up some runs, some bit plays, here and there. But let's just think about it, man. Throughout those 4 losses, like the defense was really having us in the ball game. The only game where I seen the defense like really just collapse is when we played Green Bay and they let Green Bay climb back into the game. That's the only time where I can really just be like, man, the defense, they played like some suckers the second half. That's the only time I can say that about the defense. So, yeah, man, the defense been doing their part for the most part. It don't matter how good you is, the Patrick Mahomes, the Bittner, Josh Allen, whoever it is, their offense is gonna have times where they don't play well. Ain't nobody gonna be perfect, but it's a difference between, being great with a few lapses compared to where we got pieces just as good as those offenses. We're not doing jack crap, so it's a difference. But like I said, we've been seeing improvement offensively and defensively. We've been seeing improvement. So, really, I'm just looking for both of those sides to get even better. And for the ones that didn't tune in earlier, I gave out the rankings, how they was ranked in the league. Defensively, they was ranked 17th. The run defense was ranked 17th. We know who that nation that we take pride in our run defense. We have been having a lot of back-to-back seasons. Specifically, when Breeze was about to get out the door, where our defense was giving up right at 2 yards a pop. So we need to get that back going. Offensively, we still got to get that gel going. We got to convert on third downs, convert in the red zone, not allowing Blake Groupie to kick 50 times a game. We shouldn't be allowing that. So let me read a comment. RG Scott said, I'm predicting a blowout win A blowout Saints win, especially since I'll be there Sunday 37-13. Saints taking advantage, pouncing on the bad Bears team to go up 5-4. Fam, I hope this happens, fam. I hope they go take care of business Sunday. And I'm gonna just be honest, these be the type of scenarios we be in. We see the division. It's 4-4. We're tied for first in the division. So we got a Bears team that's without Justin Fields, so we don't got to worry about no running threat. We got a backup QB coming down to the dome. History has shown that we play down to these type of QBs. I don't know what the reason is, but it has to change Sunday. If we don't take advantage of these opportunities, who we got? We beat the Colts, then we got the Bears, and then who else? We got the Vikings. So we probably gonna be facing Josh Dobbs next weekend. We can't take care of these offensives. I mean, I'm as far as to win the game, both sides of our team have to play. But I just say from an offensive perspective, both of these next opponents that's coming up, their offense shouldn't be taking strides against us. They shouldn't at all. So, I mean, if that's the case, man, all we got to do is handle business on offense, continue the strides that we're making offensively, and we should be straight. Rose City said the dome mystique is gone. Oh, yeah, fam. It's definitely gone. It's definitely gone. I think the loudest it's going to get is the Tennessee game. The Tennessee game, I mean, I was there for that, but everything is new. It's week 1. You got Derek Carr in the building, Mike T back. Everybody was fired up. I think that's about as loud as it's going to get. But after that, once we start seeing, like, it's only so much. And it really ain't even the energy from the crowd. It's the team not taking advantage of that. Like the team, the Sean Payton teams was taking advantage of the crowd, blowing the building upside down. And it's loud in there where you really, I mean, I'm still young, but I know the older folks, like, you got to start putting your hands up to your ears. That's how loud it get in there. So they got to start taking advantage of that, embracing that. This is the New Orleans Saints culture, is having that dome field advantage. They got to get that back. Okay, and I see Mikey said Saints 25-24. Hope so, fam. It comes out in the win, man. To me, it don't matter what the score is, as long as our Saints win the ball game. So, that about wraps today's show up. And for the ones that missed it yesterday, we had the Saints versus Bears preview show. You guys please go check that out. Me and the MOD Uptown held it down yesterday, previewing the matchup. Like I said, today just wanted to do a halfway check, give out grades and what we can improve on and things like that. I do want to chirp on special teams. I didn't hit on special teams. The kicker and the punter. The kicker, Blake Groupie, I'm going to give him a C. I'm not going. The reason why I'm not going to give him no D. The reason I'm not going to give Blake Groupie no D. Have you been shaking some kicks? Yes. But how many kicks have he? And I know he's paid to kick the football. We understand that. But the type of offense we got, Blake Groupie shouldn't have to be out there 50 times a game kicking. The only time he should be out there kicking is kicking field goals. I mean, not field goals, extra points. That's when he should be out there 50 times a game, because our offense is putting it in the end zone 50 times a game. He shouldn't be out there 50 times a game kicking 3-point field goals to keep us in the ball game. Not with this offense. So that was my thing with that. Now, with that being said, yeah, your job is to hit the field goal, and you gotta be consistent. But damn, our Saints offense can't have that man out there like that. We got too much firepower, and it hadn't been like that, as of late. RG Scott said Saints 4-0 when I appear, going for 5-0 after Sunday. Oh, fam, well, bring that juice then. Bring that juice so we can go up 5-4. Yo, after Minnesota, it'll be great. We're going into the bye 6-4. We gotta have this. This is time right now. Regardless of what happened at the beginning with the offensive line, all this offensive saga, all that's dead and gone. We right here now. We 4-4, so it's basically back at 0-0. 4-1. We got the division is in our hands, and I'm not saying it like I'm saying it's ours to lose. Even though Atlanta's 4-4 as well, but it's up for grabs between us and Atlanta at this point. I think Tampa, I say Tampa too, but I think it's still ours to lose though, and that's just honestly being real, because we got better ball clubs than them, but we're just not performing. As Tar said, must get it bad. TBN Snakebot said, let's get a win streak going. Yes. So once again, man, I want to appreciate you guys for tuning in. Just be sure to like, subscribe, and follow the page. Look forward to seeing you guys. Let's see. I gotta work Sunday, so I'm gonna be watching the game from work. May get on Sunday night. If not, it just depends on how busy Sunday was for me. If not, I definitely will be on Monday night. So you guys just look forward to a post-game show coming soon. And like I said, hopefully I'm talking to you guys in a victory. This your boy CB. This the WDN Chatline Podcast. And I'm out. Who that?